Okay, let's get the stream started with booting Fallout 4. Making sure I'm actually streaming. But, if you're wondering why I'm late, and why my little comment says blame Apple, well, I use an iPod to wake up. Fallout 4 is responding Windows. But the reason is I use an old iPod to get up. It's my alarm clock, basically. And because of where it is, I have to get out of bed to go turn it off. However, every few months, every year, nearly, it's semi-yearly. But every single, it locks up because its cache hasn't been cleared. Because they don't know where to do it, because it's an Apple, and Apple doesn't let you do anything. But I think that's the one. And as a result, it seized up and my alarm stopped working. So I overslept something royal. So I'm not very happy. I don't like oversleeping. But that's why I'm late. You can blame Apple for building a shoddy device that doesn't actually let you clear its cache or do it automatically like it really... things should not build up to a critical point. They really shouldn't. Also, but now the reason why I'm late is over, I can start talking about Fallout 76, which I have shamelessly dumped in the title to draw a little bit of extra traffic. Now, Bethesda teased it over the a few days ago. First they had the blank screen, the coloured version of the title card of Fallout 4. The same thing, just a bit of slight coloration. What doodles? I forgot what I'm talking. There is absolutely nothing known about it at the moment, except for the fact it uses a hell of a lot of Fallout 4's assets. If you looked in the trailer, you could see unmistakable signs of Fallout 4, the Vault set, for example. A vast majority of the props were from Fallout 4, just with pre-war textures applied to them. The Vault suit, pretty much everything was very Fallout 4 styled. It's, all evidence in the teaser seems to point to it being very, very early, like 2100 early, 25 years after the war. So, extremely early setting. And the Pip-Boy is a arm-mounted version that's all the same pieces as the original Pip-Boys from Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, just shuffled around a bit so it sort of works better on a wrist setting, rather than just being a menu screen. Well, you're oblivious. Oh, my sniping accuracy is horrible. But that's about all we know for sure. The internet has been rife with rumours that it'll be multiplayer, not a good thing. The only way I could see a multiplayer Fallout working is if you have it so there's two modes, multi and single player. Single player loads absolutely fucking everything in a mod list, ESPs, ESLs, ESMs. The multiplayer would either only load official ESLs and ESMs, or would only load ODSLs, ESMs, and ESPs that both players own. Both players have the same copy of. If it doesn't match up, it doesn't get work. If they don't have an identical load. And that's the only way I could see it working. If it tries to integrate it into normally, and if it restricts mods in any way, it's just a no-buy for me. If it's got a solid, if it has full modding in single player, I'm on it. If not, I have no interest in it whatsoever. I don't give a shit about multiplayer. I don't mind having it as an option, but when it's forced upon you, no. An example of good multiplayer would be the Mass Effect multiplayers. They are completely independent of the main game. You can play the game in full offline mode. You can have mods in single player. As long as it doesn't affect multiplayer, you're fine. And considering the amount of cheating I've seen in multiplayer, cough! It's not automatic Widow sniper rifle with auto aimbot spinning around like crazy, firing into the sky and hitting everything in the face. I don't think the multiplayer is particularly offended by having mods anymore either. You know, it's kind of, it was just, you know, sometimes it's a weird one, but you know, single player mods aren't affected by it, which is a good thing. Also, ooh, Quincy. I've already been Quincy? Normally I get like a... Oh yeah, I have X6, who needs a sizable force. But... Oh wait, that's one of Cricket's guards? Why would you even go through Quincy, knowing that it was wiped out by gunners? Like, why would you even do that? It doesn't even make sense. You want... Oh, but carrying on, you know that there's also a even wilder rumor than the multiplayer. The multiplayer at least has some credibility with Bethesda's recent acquirement of a multiplayer-focused development studio. You know, that at least has some credibility. I wouldn't trust everything they say as gospel, but it at least has some credibility. There's another one that says there'll be no mods whatsoever, only Creation Club. However, you can't develop for the Creation Club unless you actually have the creation kit. And how do they know if someone's got a good mod or not until they've actually made it? You know, it's kind of... that doesn't really work. And the way Creation Club mods work doesn't make sense. It wouldn't allow such a thing anyway, because ESLs would work. Because they have to, because it just doesn't make sense from any technical aspect that there'll be no mods whatsoever. And I doubt Bethesda... Considering that... Oh... I've got power on a piece I can drop. No. Great. I didn't realise I was so close to the bloody limit. Yes, I know that stupid pit boy. Ugh. But there's no real... You know, there's also another rumour that it'll be focused heavily on rebuilding, which means settlement building. And I've heard another rumour that that's where the multiplayer comes in. Because I can't imagine a place where multiplayer... You know, in which case it makes me wonder, if that's the case, is it a transfer settlement type of thing where you can have use, you know, built in, where you basically can load up other people's settlements and they can load up yours? Which... Where are these gunners? I can't even see them. I can hear that bloody plasma pistol pew pew away, but... Other than that... No, Gopter is... Wow, a Ripper, you don't see them very often. Only take... Be selective. Ugh. Let's leave Quincy.
Damn it, where'd you go?
Ugh. But that's basically it. There's nothing known for sure. We'll know on Sunday the 10th. So probably for the British that'll be Monday the 11th, because it probably would happen around midnight because E3. You know, it'll be about 5 hours behind, and I assume it probably take place in the afternoon in American time. Oh yeah. And now he's nothing more than a pile of bullets, but there is... Well, that's about it really, Fallout 76. There's not much to say, because there's not much release. There were a few new assets in that trailer, the teaser, and I'm not talking about assets as in the way of textures. Of course, retexturing a poster isn't exactly much, but there was a few new assets. There's a little toy jeep, for example, which looked like a downscaled version of a full-scale one. Which would be the first time such a vehicle has been seen, despite the fact it really should be quite a common vehicle. Oh, hostile scavers. How they even survive against raiders, I don't know. But that's about it, really. There wasn't much in the way of new assets. Most of it was just sort of cleaned up versions of Fallout, you know, pre-war Fallout 4 assets for the most part. And we, of course, never. And of course, the setting obviously Vault 76. You know, sort pre-Vault, you know, pre-Fallout 76, people have speculated that was somewhere near DC, probably Virginia, somewhere in Virginia, and the trailer's music seems to suggest West Virginia, so it's kind of, you know, it'll be interesting to see what it is, but I'm not 100% sure I'm up for it, and, you know, with the whole multiplayer aspect. It could potentially completely ruin what Fallout is. You know, one of the things I enjoy most about Fallout and the Elder Scrolls games, aka Bethesda RPGs, is just the limitless freedom you get to do whatever dumb shit you want. I mean, for example, I am staring at modded hair, modded glasses, modded body shape, you know, none of which could be done vanilla without mods. Oh, gotta turn that radio off, like, hear copyrighted music. There's also rumours going around of an official, it's the 10-year anniversary of Fallout 3. And there's rumours, and it is only rumours, there doesn't seem to be any evidence, that Bethesda's done a Fallout 3 remake in Fallout 4. But, you know, as much as I would want that, I really do want that sort of thing. But as much as I want that, I get the distinct impression that's all it is a rumour. I'll be very pleasantly surprised to hear if when Bethesda E3 rolls around, if that's actually the case and it really is a thing. Why the hell do you have a double-barreled shotgun? Like, why?
Hey. I knew you were hip the moment you walked in here. Atom Cat material all the way.
Now, I have actually updated the Atom Cats. So they actually use Atom Cat painted weapons, but of course these were all preloaded before that change, so won't get to see it in stream.
You want to spiff up your power armor? You've come to the right place. The Atom Cats have the most fun. Sure. I'll take a look. Sure.
Might as well buy that because it's ridiculously expensive and allow me to unload half my crap. I'm trying to unload as much crap as possible. And weapon. Where did I get that? Did I actually do the little alien encounter? Maybe I did. Oh, I also found another one of those. I found a custom version of the SVT-40, which is that? I think that's what the Azurus is, it's the SVT-40, the barrel looks like it. I found another custom one of those on one of my other saves, and it was pure communism. It was brilliant. So I did find it, so... It was on a rooftop somewhere near Hangman's Alley. Defenders. That seems like an odd name for it. Also, never equip the Merv, ever. It is useless. The way it works is if you don't fire it at pretty much a 45-degree arc, it will just blow up on your feet and destroy you instantly. No matter how high your explosive resist, it will still blow you up instantly. It's just the nature of it. And the way it works is it fires it out, and then after a few seconds, boom, it splits. And instead of the projectiles continuing their velocity, the little fat man that it spawns out of its MIRV unit just blow up and go straight down. And they are useless. It is such a short range, it's pointless. Oh, kneecapper, that's hilarious on a minigun. But it turns the MIRV into a completely useless modification. Well, it should be amazingly hilarious. I had so much shit that I actually... Oh dear, I have so much shit. I took the bobblehead, didn't I? Yeah, I've probably looted everything here. Just checking out what radio station on. I mean, I don't know, I shouldn't, but still. But at least I managed to clear up some of my crap. I now only have... Wow, I didn't even lose 1,000 weight. Ugh. Diamond City. Where art thou? I need to find a vendor in fast. But, yeah. So, very little is known about Fallout 76. We'll know it on Sunday, when Bethesda does their E3, and Todd Howard speaks. And then we'll know if it's worth having or not. And we'll also... And another rumour I've heard is that there isn't... I've heard conflicting rumours that there'll be an Elder Scrolls 6 released, and there won't. I mean, evidence suggests not. It's Bethesda. It wouldn't be the first time a second Fallout came out before an Elder Scrolls. I mean, New Vegas, as much as people try and say it's got nothing to do with Bethesda, it kinda does. Bethesda outsourced it to Obsidian to do it. It wasn't exactly an Obsidian did it on their own volition thing. Bethesda also gave them a deadline, which is why New Vegas feels so unfinished. Because rushing to a deadline is never a good thing. There's also a case that deadlines are never a good thing, but... So... It wouldn't be the first time. If it works like New Vegas, which seems to be the case of a slightly upgraded Fallout 4 engine, it would, it's an upgraded Fallout 4 engine, much like New Vegas was an updated Fallout 3 engine. It seems to be working the same way on that front, and I consider it, the fact it doesn't have a sequential cycle like Fallout 5, implies that it's very much done like New Vegas, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. New Vegas was done better. Well, it just clearly was rushed. And suffered as a result. But... Also, little fun factoid. You can run Nuka World at like level 10. It is possible. If you're super careful, you can actually do it, and you have a lot of ammo. You do need a lot of ammo, but you can actually run it at a really low level if you want to. I did do it. Speaking of Nuka World, that looks curiously like a Disciple's fat ass. Because for some reason the Disciples do seem to have gigantic asses. I'm not quite sure why, but they always seem to have quite large asses. Oh, not the super mutants! Oh, and when I did the Atom Cat's weapons, I also did manually implemented Vault-Tec weapons. Again, they were, I wasn't. You know, the way the only existing mod did them was just a messy fucker. Instead of like manipulate, you know, it added separate weapons that had the Vault-Tec paint job, and it just didn't work. And it messed with the NPCs. My method only messes with the NPCs in a file that was already messed with, notably the 10mm, you know, the basic weapons already. You know what? Fuck you! I'm gonna crit you in the face.
Hey there.
Not bad, boss. Keep it up, and I may start to like you.
Also, I did also have a peek at the... I was wondering why the disciples were mostly women, and I did look in the sort of leveled list, which... it's one of the things I really don't understand, is how the leveled NPCs get selected. But the vast majority of them were female. There was like 6 female variations and only 3 male ones, which is why there's such a disproportionate amount. Which gives them a bit of character. You know, they're like the one female-dominated faction. Oh, Dando. I thought I killed him. Or was it the Roach King I killed? That's one tough little doggy. Also, if you're wondering why I've got to collect the dog creation club quest, it's because it was free, basically. Shug. It's an unusual name for a doggy. Now this is one of the few, I believe, Dando is one of the few people who actually has the Pasta uniform. You know, the Pasta outfit. He's one of the few people who actually has it. Oh, great, the Brotherhood assaulting something again. Let's see what they want, and what they're doing, and what they're assaulting. Seems an odd spot for him to assault. Ah!
Excuse me.
Notice these are also actually got their... These must be new ones, because these have actually got their little weapons now. Anyway, the way the mod I added the paint jobs to them worked is it pretty much fucked with the Brotherhood laser rifles to ensure that they never got a pistol. And it really bugged me, because it, instead of having the pistols, it had the obnoxious short stock rifles, which I really hate that stock on the rifles. It's so dumb. You know, the laser pistol was always a bulky thing. If anything, I think it's actually smaller in Fallout 4. You know, it could be longer, but I don't think it's actually shorter. They're attacking the disciples. Oh well. More booty for me to loot. Why? I'm obsessive compulsive about collecting shit. Okay? Yeah, disciples are definitely larger than the average person. Not quite sure why, but they definitely are. You know, oh yeah, I've heard... Might as well go into some more rumours about Fallout 76. I've heard other rumours that the skills system is back. Bethesda sort of, you know, apparently there's quite a few complaints that were addressed. Voice player character apparently is back, but can be turned off. So if you don't like the voice acting, or you're just waiting for player voice frequency, to be honest, it does help a lot. You do sound very different, and it affects all voice files, even ones that are added by mods, like composite ones. You know, for example, I know I don't like to mention it on streams, but my VOR mod does have voice files, and those are affected. So if you set your voice down, you get a very deep belch and a little comment, and NPCs who also use the same comments don't have it affected. You know, it's quite a nice thing. I have never seen that. You know, I don't think I've ever really been on the top of the highways before. You know, it's kind of a nice thing, but apparently there's quite a bit about, you know, rumour that popped up is that it's addressed a lot of complaints that people had with Fallout 4. Or, you know, its lack of, like, skills. I honestly don't mind the lack of skills, I kind of find them boring. Oh, is that Custom House Tower, or is that Fanway Hall? Or is that just a... Oh shit, I know what that is. It's fucking Good Neighbor. Actually. Whee! And I like that they actually put this option in, so you can jump into Good Neighbor. And I don't think it kills you either. I'm pretty sure that it's the one place you can jump down safely and just land. It dumps you right at the gate like it normally would. It's just a nice... I think it's just a nice thing they did to make it so you could get, you know, probably because of the power armor boost.
You see that big explosion?
Hey, Cleo.
I've got a weapon here for every situation.
Got started.
You have I don't really care for weapons, I care for ammo. Ammo is love, ammo is life. Yes, buy all this ammo, even though I never intend to use any of it. Also, I've got the Captain Cosmos Creation Club thing. You know, it's actually quite a nice quality thing. I think the nav mesh could use some work, though, because for some reason my companion didn't follow me in. Not sure if I'll demonstrate that this stream, I don't know if I've got enough time. But, you know, I did notice that the weapon is quite underpowered. It seems powerful to start with, but it gets more and more underpowered as you level up. Fair enough. It's a space laser, or spacer, if you will. You know, it's not really... Did I pick that up from... Oh no, I'll keep that just in case, because it's a unique... You know, I am carrying unique shit. But the armor is really unbalanced. It is basically a full set of T60, because apparently anything worse than T60 isn't worth having in Fallout 4 because T60 is so overpowered. Because I had a mod that already changed the actual base records for them. I thought I might as well play with the stats a bit and balance them a bit differently. So the Creation Club Cosmos armor, that is completely changed. That's now it's T60 you know, vanilla T60 resilience, but damage resistor that to T45. You know, it just didn't fit to me that space armor that was primarily a spacesuit would be better than like top of the line power armor. It just didn't make sense. You know, it never made sense to me, so I decided to change that. I also decided I made the the T45 armor is almost unbreakable. It has like a ridiculous amount of resist. You know, not even being pounded day and night would break that. It shouldn't break in combat anymore, at least. You know, even NPCs won't have it be breaking all the time. You know, I kind of made it very, very tough. Then T60 for toughness. XO1 was completely unchanged. You know, because I see it as more fragile, but also the most resistive. T51, it's not as you know, it's got more it'll take more hits than XO1, but it won't take as many as T60 or T45, and it also won't take anywhere near as much as T45 because nothing does. But then there's bloody hell, I've got a lot of crap. But I've got a sheer mountain of crap, but I also buffed T51's energy resist to be exactly the same as XO1. Its damage resist is still vanilla. I didn't change that, but I did make it so it actually could resist shit. You know, you know, I went with the idea that it's what the F-35 is to the F-22. It's a cheaper, less you know, the F-22 is the T-51. It's more capable than T-60, but it's also much more expensive. You know, it's also, because of the materials, though, it's made it more specialised towards energy weapons, because, well, why would you not? You know, it's not metal, it's ceramics, and for some reason ceramics are stated to be better against energy weapons, and, you know, looking at synth armour versus, say, metal armour, and leather versus metal, actually. Leather's very good against energy, terrible against ballistic. Metal's very good against ballistic, but terrible against energy. Oh, I have so much shit. I don't even need the excuse that it's mostly power armour, either. Ugh. You know, the light and loads. I've also gone around making a few changes to my settlements. You know, some of my older settlements I've sort of gone around and tried to clean up a bit. You know, clean them up a bit, make them a bit nicer. If I go to one of them, I'll see if I can update it. But, you know, I can be bothered. Because they are a little nice. Sanctuary, I've really cleaned up the main gate. That's so rare, I'm keeping it. I've never seen it before. But is very much a case of I have updated my old SETI also. Ugh, bloody hell, how much crap do I have? How much shit do I have? Oh, I'm only just getting into Raider shit. Ugh. Raider power armor is untouched. That's still cheap, brittle shit. It's Raiders. They probably only even tack welded it on. Now they might have just stuck it on with duct tape. Known Raiders. I don't think they're exactly They're not exactly known for being like good builders, are they? Like, very shonky. All that crap gone. And I still have over 12,000... The fuck? How the hell do I have so much shit?
And you're not even screaming yet. Sure. Let's take a look.
How do I have so much weight on me? Ammo doesn't weigh anything. This isn't survival mode, I don't have mountains of ammo. I never intend to use half of this ammo, but it's easier to carry them. It's the only way I'm getting enough caps to sell my shit. Oh, bloody hell. So much shit. This might be where a lot of the weight's coming from, although I doubt it, the sturdy shit. So much shit! How do I have this much? Oops. When you hit the bottom of the list, you start losing shit that you actually want if you're massing without like any clue. See why I want to lose that. That's like an amazing item. It's basically a legendary slot for the sake of nothing. Actually, I might have some drugs I can sell. Actually, this sheer volume of Nuka-Cola might be why I'm overweight. I might be so overweight because of the sheer volume of Nuka-Cola I have, which is very heavy. Perfect. Done.
What, you need something to take the edge off? Fred Allen, Hotel Rexford. He'll hook you up.
There we go. Actually, since I'm in Good Neighbor, and I have to go to Diamond City, I might as well talk to the no-nos.
Looking for work?
Yes.
Yeah, when can I start?
Well, alright.
One of the few ghouls with hair.
If you don't mind a little manual.
Which is funny because there's two ghouls with hair in Good Neighbor. Bobby and Daisy.
Give her 50 caps to start.
That's offensive.
You can do better than that.
Fine. Take 100 up front.
More?
It's just a bad deal.
You're killing me here. 150 to start.
You tight one
Still
more.
not good enough.
200. And that's as high as I go. Jeez, I gotta watch out for this one.
Hey, more
I'm
info.
gonna need more to go on here.
There's a project I'm working on. So little discretion is called.
I'm in.
That's what I like to hear. Let's go.
Oh, ow. Open the door in my face. You know, why doesn't it... I mean, okay, a door that opens outwards is more secure, but... the force of the door pushes me out the way. Because, like, force of... door force.
Ready to get to work?
Just tell me what I need to do.
It's a simple job, really. You
What are we digging for?
could call it, but seriously, the other two are down there.
Big Digger. It's one of the more interesting little side quests of Fallout 4. You know, one of the things that you sort of forget exists. Actually, quite a few side quests in Good Neighbor, because there's technically McCready's counts as Good Neighbor because he's got a companion quest. Oh, hello, Hayden.
I think we can finally get through. Let's see what's on the other side. Oh yeah. You think Bobby will pay us this week? I don't know, man. Starting to charity.
Getting flashbacks of last night. Ugh. I decided to do Luke World as a low level, and I'm getting flashbacks. The Gator Claws were easier to kill than the fucking Quantum Mirelurks. The Quantum Mirelurks were awful. Bloodworms were piss easy, as always. They're kind of useless. And I buffed them.
What is going on in my tunnel?
Mirelurks.
Dude, that room was filled with fireworks.
At least you put up a better fight than those good-for-nothings. Well, you stuck around at least.
Because I killed him.
I think we just need an old friend. He'll want to...
I'm not sure I trust you know what you're doing.
I hired you. Trust me. I'll do whatever. First, I think it's best if you actually see what... I have some things to check on. Head over to the noodle shop there and...
Okay. Now I get to go to Diamond City, which is where I was trying to go in the first place before I decided to land in Good Neighbor. At least now I don't have to go to the vendors in Diamond City and talk to Crazy Murder. Or the Mr. Handy that takes over. There's also a few side quests in Diamond City. There's just... I think the problem is that the side quests are quite hidden. There's not really any proper side quests that are obvious. And there's not that many of them, which was one of the big complaints with Fallout 4. And another one the rumors suggest 76 will fix. See, other Google with her. And then the random drifter with Google with hair. Like, one of the rare occurrences of ghouls with hair, and they're all in Good Neighbor. Also, if you want to kill off Good Neighbor, that's the one you use. Use Cleo. If you want to kill them off without them, like, them noticing you, you can kill them off like that. It's just the easiest way. You know, you can sort of cut, you know, if you shoot her in the back and break an inhibiting unit without being seen, she'll go around and murder pretty much everyone before Fahrenheit inevitably takes her down, because no one else really has the firepower to. You know, she'll wipe out pretty much everyone that isn't essential, which is a surprisingly small population of Good Neighbor. I mean, a lot of Good Neighbor is randomly essential. Fahrenheit and Hancock are essential because of Big Dig. Daisy is essential because of McCready's little quest, you know, companion quest. You know, there's quite a few that, you know, there's quite a few random essentials there that... Oh no! I thought I heard radical roaches. No, I hear miniguns. Bang. As if Brotherhood actually defends the place, though. Oh no, not a settler! I thought raiders were supposed to thank you if you got shot. I also made some changes to the double-barrel shotgun so it doesn't always appear in its fucking short form. Because for some reason the double-barreled shotgun's leveled list for some reason it doesn't actually allow for anything other than like a standard form, which is really weird. The full stock, for example, never appears default. Oh, it's a crazy cult. Might as well do it while I'm here.
Welcome, neighbor.
Welcome, clearly drugged one.
Tell me, you ever feel?
I've got more important things to worry about.
I doubt that, neighbor. What could be more
here comes the sales pitch.
We call ourselves the Pillar, but we're growing fast. Step right this way, and I'll be happy to tell you all about
It's how they survive in the middle of Raider country.
Not looking for a sales pitch.
A sales pitch is the last thing I would ever...
The words you hear before a sales pitch is, "We're not trying to sell you something."
Prosperity.
They then try to sell you something.
Say, you owe it to yourself. Give it a chance.
I have some...
Of course you do.
What's your move?
Our mission is nothing less than to maybe you've seen pictures or heard. Maybe you've wondered, why can't I? Anything else?
Well, the rampant paranoia that one day China is gonna nuke the living crap out of you. Is that actually better?
What do I have to do to...
It looked better, but...
That's the beauty of it, neighbor. You...
Is it really better to be shitting yourself in fear that the other global superpower is gonna wipe you out every day because communism and capitalism can't get along because capitalism's just as bad?
What if I changed my mind after I joined?
What's socialism? That's the better one.
But trust me, once you
We don't elect people like Donald Trump.
you won't want to. Believe it or not.
Or start trade wars for no reason.
Joining. There's not many groups like ours that can make that claim. Anything else you're wondering about?
Groups like ours, you mean crazy cults? I think all of them can make that claim. No one leaves.
I don't have any more.
Because those that leave...
To give it a chance.
I'm not sure.
Of course. Just follow me and we'll get
started, shall we?
right this way, neighbor.
Howdies defend themselves from the super mutants that live, like, on one. That's mildly creepy. Yes, come here for target practice. That's just only mildly creepy.
Don't be shy. Just follow me.
Now you have a choice of give me all your shit.
Alrighty. I hope you're as excited as I am. This is one of my favorite parts of the job.
That's suspiciously clean.
The first step is simple. You have to learn to give up your attachment to material possessions.
Says the one wearing a completely unnecessary hat.
True wealth, health, and happiness. Just go ahead.
And a box of cigars and a gold-plated lighter.
First level pillar of the
Can't be serious.
You must think I'm an idiot.
Well, you came in here, didn't you?
Yeah, so blow your head off.
You can't seriously think I'm handing over all my stuff.
You would honestly pick in the one in nearly power armor with a big power armor goon with a minigun next to him.
Everything they owned in return for... Sure, it's false hope. You can tell yourself whatever you want, but you're...
I'm walking out of here.
Nah.
Nah. You're not conning anyone. I don't believe in con, man. Oh dear, that sounds like... Where do they think they are? New York? I know New York is very, very much a... You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. They're very... You know, they're not really... I don't know what it is. Is it patriotism when it's a city and not a nation? You know, they love their city and it's... And they'll do anything to defend it. It's respectable. And it's not like the blind brainwash patriotism that America provides. Sorry about this swallowing. Yeah. I can never remember where Diamond City is, so... I actually can never remember. It's one of those places. Bird! See, how they survive when there's a super mutant just like right here. I also checked, I don't know if it was before or after the last stream, but I also changed leveled lists for the pipe weapon, the ones that the settlers use, so they have a chance of getting a better weapon than a piece of shit pipe, because I was sick of seeing them. Yeah, because I was fucking sick of I thought you were supposed to have a missile launcher. Oh, you do, you just don't use it. Okay. Chunk. Wow, what is this, like National Nuke Cherry Day? How heavy, how fat am I? Extremely. Holy Mission Congregation. I can't recall ever seeing this one before. It's one of those things I just... Dang, in all these churches look very, very similar. No, I would have remembered if there was a Protectrone. Wearing a hat! Oh, just... Oh no, wait, his feet was in its... Ew. It wasn't wearing a hat, its feet was in its face. You tend to remember... Just wondering if there's actually anything in... Actually, I'm thinking... Just trying a theory here. No, this is vanilla. I can't recall ever being here, and it seems to serve no purpose whatsoever. So, who knew? I thought it might have been Beantown. Yeah, I thought it might have been a Beantown's one, but who knew? Cheap arm. Scratched on my fat gut. So I'm a fat ass. I admit it, I know it, and I honestly don't want to be slim. I don't want to. I carry my weight quite well, in that I am not wide and I am tall. Like a lot of women my weight. I mean, to be honest, being honest, most women that are like 16 stone or more kind of look like a blob. They don't, you know, they're like extremely wide but not very tall, and they're sort of almost as wide. You know, their X, Y, and Z are almost the same. The Y is only a slight bit more than their X and Z, and it's just... Ugh. Well, I actually have... I'm almost, you know, like 5'11". So I'm just about... I'm tall enough to pull off being a completely massive 22 stone. How do people fire in third person? Come back here, little doggy. I'll bash it in with a gun. You know, if these were cuter, it would be hard. You know, they weren't hairless. They would be much harder to kill. You know, if they were less skeletal as well. Like, you know, like killing, you know, dogs that look like dog meat would be really hard to kill because they're just so cute.
On the other side.
Because you have to admit that dog meat's a cutie. Raiders. You chain your door so you can't attack me or be attacked. Well done. They're not exactly bright, are they, Raiders? Did you just get blown up by your own mines? I think they did. Bang. In the face. They're not exactly the brightest creatures, Raiders. Did I just shoot through the bar that should be solid? I think I did. I'm curious as to what this church is. I don't think I've actually really ever been in Trinity Plaza's church. Yeah, it's one of these things where I'm going past these locations, I never really go in them. Actually, no, this one I think I have been in. Oh shit, I think that's a 50 cal minigun. It bloody hurts like one. Yeah, that's a 50 cal minigun. Yeah, I'm trying to get past you, but... Yeah, I've been in this one. I think there's a skill magazine. Yep, that's a 50 cal. Yeah, there's a magazine. Rise of the Mutants. That looks familiar. Looks like Toxic Avenger. I only know of that because I've seen pictures of it. I've never seen it, I just know of it. I know of a lot of shit. I know of a lot of really random shit. It's just something I happen to know. You know, my collection of random things I know of is quite large. It's... You know, not totally random shit, but... who cares? Stretch, stretch, stretch. Don't want cramp. Came very close to that this morning. Had to move my leg in a very strange way to get out of it. Why can't I jump on this bus shelter? Reinforcements! I swear, like there doesn't seem to be many high-leveled ones. Bang. Where is Diamond City? Ah, there it is. Speaking of Diamond City, there was actually a cook quest for Diamond City that involved... I'm pretty sure it was revolved around the Institute stealing its power. And by power, I mean electricity power, not abstract control. New Raiders! You seem awfully big for a raider. I don't mean big as in fatty either. I mean just big as in big. Oh, fuck it. I'm so high level I can just do that to most enemies. Come back! Come back! Like, why would you ever hide behind a car that goes boom? Hello, Diamond Septiceye. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can jump over. Oh, the super mutants have not respawned. And neither have the useless Diamond City guards. Who are you start to seriously wonder how these guys actually defend Diamond City. I get the feeling is that they just throw rocks, they just throw baseballs until something happens. Because they are so badly equipped. The Brahmin and... wait. If Cricket's here and Trigger and Happy were in Quincy, then I think they're still in Quincy. I think this is how Diamond City protects itself. Bunk. Block the hole. Done.
Head on inside.
Must I? I mean, Diamond City is... I think it's one of the weaker settlements. It's not... You know, it's not as memorable. It's clearly trying to be like a Megaton sort of thing, but... Megaton was memorable. I don't really think Diamond City particularly is. You know, I don't think it's not as memorable as... You know, Rivet City and Megaton were both real memorable settlements. Well, Diamond City always feels a bit... generic to me. It doesn't really do it for me.
I mean, if you believe the stories of history. But the Institute really is everyone else may be closed, but Diamond City.
Yes, Mr. Handy. Oh, apparently I can't invest in you. Where is all my weight coming from, though? I also starred Legendary mods. I don't know if that was. I mean, my junk, maybe? Maybe that's where it all comes from. There, let's buy a few rounds. I have shit to sell. I must have some How dare you try and charge me for ammo? How dare you? I get my ammo for you pay me to take your ammo. That is the rule.
Bobby.
There you are. Was wondering if you were gonna show up. Yes, it's me. I have to hide my face in these parts. People like me aren't allowed around here.
Well, there's actually a paladin.
That big wall of glass looming over there. Most people don't know it, but there's the guy has it coming if you ask me.
What's inside?
Caps, meds, food. It's things we want. Things ever. So, Woody, I managed to track down my tech guy.
Right.
The guy can make a thing is, you have to get him out of there.
If you really think we need...
Trust me. Pick a lock from... Just get him.
Yeah, bribe the guard. Or just muscle the guard into it. Is that actually a paladin, or is it just so happens to be someone in...
Good to see you. No trouble here. Just doing a supply run.
Ah, I get it. It's a leveled one that's called, and that's renamed Knight.
Long as the Brotherhood of Steel.
Much like this one's just this is a leveled random scribe that's just called scribe. It's nice to actually see someone in the T60 finally. Yeah, that's sort of the default look. That's actually quite, I think, you know, that's actually quite nice to see. You know, instead of it being everywhere, only a few of them have it, and it's actually quite nice to see. You know, it's one of those odd things, and this is one of those locations you never really go to either.
Holy nuts! A giant frickin' robot just walked by here like it was nothing. Now I've seen everything.
Did it? I don't remember Liberty Prime ever coming anywhere near Diamond City. I think you're mad.
Mel here. Can I help you?
I hear you're some kind of tech expert?
You heard right. Well, maybe tech is too general. I have a thing for robots.
Don't say it like that. That sounds so wrong.
I don't wear around most machines, yeah. Why?
I have a thing for robots just sounds a bit wrong.
I am getting you out of here.
If so, maybe you shouldn't be a manager. Totally unrelated. But I hear that there's an old... Guards asked me to take a look, but it was a real...
Yeah, because I'm...
The legend herself. Way to give it to the Institute. You're like my hero or something.
Oh dear, you do look like such an idiot in that mask.
Officer?
You got something to say?
I was hoping to get Mel out of lockup.
I didn't know Mel had friends. Alright. He's pretty much done his time. Let me open up...
It's funny, they have a jail that they stick people in, but you accidentally pick up a fucking bit of nothing, and they will kill you for it. A bloody Skyrim style. It's funny because I think the underlying code exists for it. I think the engine can handle it. I just don't know why it was never implemented in Diamond City. I guess there was nothing they could do to, you know, jail reset in Skyrim. Jail took your skills down back, you know, took any progress in them, just wiped that out. Based on sentence term Oblivion, it actually lowered your skills, but I don't think there's actually anything in Fallout 4 it could do, which is probably why it's never been implemented.
Mel.
Thanks for getting me out.
You look especially tiny or something.
Toy.
I'm not anyone's toy.
Right. Bobby sure knows how to pick the gullible ones. God. That woman doesn't have a patient bone. What? She couldn't wait like a day?
That's how short it's said.
You've worked jobs with Bobby before?
Enough to know she's not the most trustworthy person. The team may change, but every job comes... Yeah. You'd have better luck milking a rabid Yaogwai than getting a straight answer out of Bobby.
Bobby can fill you in on the details.
Yeah, because I'll get so much out of it. Bobby may be shady, but she always pays up. So, I guess I'll...
Yeah, we're good. Oh, gotta go back to the gang. I guess he makes his presence known to the no-nos. Or has the no-nos already gone back? She's already gone back. Shouldn't let...
So McDonough was a synth after all.
And McDonough's also proof that synths don't gain or lose weight. In that, he is considered to be retired as soon as his usefulness is ended. And he wants to be a courser. Yeah. The fat mayor apparently wants to be a courser. Yeah, some of the Institute terminal entries just make you wonder. Like, why do synths love snack cakes? One. Which also, again, states that they can't get fat, because otherwise there'll be so many obese synths around from eating those things. Because apparently those snack cakes are horrendous. Maybe I had one snack cake, maybe that's why I'm so fat. Oh, there's the new news. New news. Yep.
Ammo, weapons, and messy death. I got it all.
Chem addict. Yeah, but I was thinking, thinking while basically feeling really, really bad for playing Institute, because I hadn't, decided to run an Institute character, which is actually the one that's remastered a lot of my old Settlement, just because she happened to be the character I was playing at the time. But it was a case of, I was starting to think which ones, short term and long term, which ones would be best for the Commonwealth, and short term, Minutemen, without a doubt, would be the best. Long term, well, they sort of lose their ability to do anything, because they, something big like the Gunners happen, generals change, and they just get worse and worse before they eventually collapse again. Before needing exceptional individuals like Presto the Pesto and Player to revive them again. They just don't stand. They don't have longevity. They're a short-term thing. They only last so long before people change, and then it all gets screwed up. Institutes, well, obviously that's short-term. That's not really, that's definitely didn't really have an impact on the short-term, but long-term, they're definitely the worst. They actually want the Commonwealth to die off, and they won't. They experiment on it without regret, and they also cause some truly horrific experiments on people for no reason. You couldn't take a random raider, no, you take a random citizen who's never done anything wrong. Oh dear. Well, that went a lot better than I expected. But I say long-term Institute's definitely the worst. Not so sure about short-term. I mean, short-term, the Brotherhood seems pretty bad. They're quite arrogant. But long-term, they're probably the best. Because, let's see, they vow themselves to eradicate feral ults, super mutants, imps. So, they'd also clearly have the power to stay for a long time. The Brotherhood hasn't collapsed yet, and it's been around since pretty much the start of the war. It's been around pretty much since the bombs fell, and it hasn't collapsed. Like the Minutemen, which lasted for about 30 years and then collapsed. I took the wrong outfit. But, Railroad, I think, would probably be one of the worst short-term, as they seem to regard a complete disregard for humans and only care if you're a synth. While long-term, they might get a bit better. And people might get smart saying, we're a synth! I'm a synth! Just to get railroad protection. I mean, as evidenced by the fact that during the Battle of Bunker Hill, the railroad attacks on sight. Everyone. Really? That's expensive.
Take your toll and shove it.
Sorry about this, friend. Orders are orders.
Do you honestly want to pick on someone who is clearly better armed than you? And has a vertebird above the head. Not a wise idea, but who said gunners were wise? I mean, they are sort of wise. I mean, they tattoo their blood type on their head, so you know who's got who, and so you can transfer when someone dies. But oh, which perk to pick? It's starting to become the problem. Yeah, might as well get more XP for shit. I mean, I had to mod the annoying noise out because just having it go every bloody time it triggered was just infuriating after like the first time. I was thinking, what the fuck is that noise the very first time? And after that, it just got more and more infuriating. So basically, the mod replaced it with a blank file. I mean, let's face it, you don't want to hear every time it fires. Really? Do you really want that? It goes off often enough without having really low intelligence. I mean, so it's not like it's a bad thing. Go down, down, down into the no-nose's pit. Now, I know this quest can bug out occasionally. The little digging tool doesn't exactly go off all the time. Doesn't always work the way it should.
Got yourself into trouble again, Mel?
What can I say?
All right,
learn from the best.
all here. Mel, you want to introduce your little friend?
Yep. Meet Sonya. This little bot is going to help us move through the earth like a mole rat on jets.
Oh, that's definitely unique.
How is a robot gonna help us?
She has unique capabilities. She's one of a kind. I modified her radio systems to emit sonic pulses.
Because that's what iBot was. It was basically a flying radio.
We'll be able to get to the strong room tender, and it's a hell of a lot simpler than loading this place up with dynamite.
All right, guys, get ready. So, break, Sonya, do your thing.
The little iBot go.
So, what's the deal with the new girl?
Oh, I got lucky with this one. Came right up to my door and took the job.
Might as well craft some.
Useful in a fight. What more could I want?
She seems to have a good head on her.
Oh, might as well take that squelchy brain fungus. Holy hell, this glowing Mirelurk's tough. I remember the glowing one's been this tough.
Mel, get Sonya over here.
No problem. Come on, Sonya. I don't know about you, but this seems like a dead end. Let's see if we can.
It's a suit-level power armor is what it is. That's the quite why a power armor suit is down here, who knows. Maybe the soldier and his wife who ran away. But, and in this case, an Enclave soldier. Here, where's the actual? There it is then.
Sonya here.
Sonya, you know what to do.
Let little iBot go. Oh no! Lurks and lots of them. No, let's change attack. Oh Mel, get out of the bloody way! I hate when they get in the way. You got a fucking knife. Let the heavily armored goon through. Don't. Oh dear, he's gonna try and knife it and he's gonna die. He's gonna die again. It's a good job he's he's either protected or I think he's essential. Because otherwise he would kind of be useless otherwise.
Then we're on the right track.
I see what you did.
What? No. Just keep heading south.
I don't think it was intentional. What kind of evil person leaves one of those around? Like, abandon... The fuck? It's headless! I love when that happens. They're not supposed to be able to be headless. I love when that happens. Headless zombie. Or doesn't he have heart? He definitely doesn't have a brain in that head. I hear ferals. It's easier to unlock it than fart around with a terminal. Nope, that's not. Orange line. Well, that was only the. I guess I could tell by the colour of the station. It was the orange line. Oh, that door doesn't open. Oh no, not ferals again. Let's change tack. Again. Ding! Now, the one who made this rifle, Axis, has recently released all the Enfield, which I haven't got yet because apparently it is some sort of royal pack which contains a load of British weapons. You know, so I was sort of waiting for that before adding them. Rather have one mod than 5 or 3. There it is.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch that pie. I don't trust anything that looks that perfectly preserved after 200 years.
It is a little too it's a bit disturbing how well preserved that pie is. You know, considering everything else in there is a mouldy, rusty mess. Nah, it's never gonna get it. The chance does build up every time you use it, though.
Over here, Mel.
Got it. Sonya, blast time.
Barrels! No. Lurks. Bang, 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 bang. There is something satisfying about just rapid firing a rifle. There's just something satisfying about it. That can be like a scoot.
The thing on this one's wrist has a Geiger counter equipped. I'll just keep my ears open for clicks. I'm gonna nerd out over it, but a Robco Pip-Boy is a rare find.
Yes, the Robco Pip-Boy is definitely is a rare find because it only came out of vaults. And clearly the vaults around here all got the Mark 4s. Pip-Boy 3000 Mark 4. Oh, what's this? This looks like a suspiciously blasted tunnel.
We need Sonya here.
Sonya, you know what to do.
Get out of the hole. I'm thinking the unofficial patch has fixed this, so Sonya actually gets to you, because otherwise it gets stuck on everything. Oh, babes. I refer to my dog as Babes. It's barking. He's so cute, but he barks a lot. Oh, I don't know why he's barking. Might be this week's Amazon deliveries. I have a few little collectible Lego items, because I'm a Lego nerd.
Sonya over here.
Got it.
It's something I've loved since childhood, Lego. And and in case any American is watching, the plural of Lego is Lego. There is no such thing as Legos. That is incorrect terminology. The plural of Lego is Lego. Oh, we're in the Orange Line station again. Oh, it looks like suspicious like it's going to get up. Let's just that. Let's do all of these. Great, all the others have got up. I'm terrible at shooting. I'm absolutely terrible at shooting ghouls. And you... Cave in. That's...
We need to get through here, Mel.
Oh, fuck it. I'll punch. Yeah. Looks like the unofficial patch has fixed the issues with the pathing issues, especially I'm pretty sure it was always this one that was the one that had pathing issues, and it always does because they block the f***ing way. Always have to use console in this mission just to get through these bloody walls. Why do I get the feeling I've been through here before? I get the distinct impression I've been through here before. So many dead ghouls. Yeah, I have! I've been through here before. The fuckadoodle. I'm going around in circles. Ah, that explains it. That's a perfectly preserved toilet. This is the Mr. Handy room. This is the Mr. Handy room. I'm losing the will to live. I have no idea where I'm going. Like, at all. That's creepy. I'm sure real Jangles wasn't that creepy. Well, okay, plan B, look at the Mr. Handy room, see if there's any other way out of here. Like, here? Yes, this looks suspiciously useful. I like locked doors, it means I haven't been here. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Ow, I fell down the hole. Ugh! It's so huge! Look at it bloat! Oh, and it keeps running into me, which pushes me back. Ferals are just a pain in the arse. I mean, compared to how useless they sort of were in 3 in Vegas, you know, for like being easy and predictable, they're actually a lot more difficult to fight now. Yeah, it's a good thing, it makes them more threatening. Without having to rely on having ridiculously high attack power like they did in Fallout 3. The Reavers in Fallout 3 were just so ridiculously overpowered. Fallout 3 did not understand level scaling at all. And we're through the wall. Oh, not again. This time I've actually got to grab it. Sorry, I've got to take it. Call center. Typical in bloody call centers. You get a distinctly Indian voice coming across the phone if they bothered to pick. Oh, here it is. No, this is the wall that never goes. The activator doesn't work. For some reason the activator on that one doesn't work. But yeah, that phone call was just trying to sell something for a call centre.
Bobby.
Couldn't even really be bothered to have a good connection, so it's clearly wasn't coming from this country.
We're right under the Diamond City strong room.
You sure this is the right place? I've been mapping it out, and I think Diamond City should be a little further north of here.
I don't have a doubt in my mind. How about a little trust for the boss?
Mel is right. This can't be Diamond City.
It won't be hard to prove me wrong.
It would be very, very easy, considering I have fucking GPS on my Pip-Boy.
You think your robot will be here?
Look at this place. The foundation's already crumbling. One blast from Sonya, and I bet the floor above will come right down.
Well, then make it so.
You won't want to be in the room for this collapsing foundation and all.
Good thinking.
All right, then. Everybody clear out. Sonya, prepare yourself for a blast at maximum power.
It's the Bobby No-Nos.
Here we go. That didn't sound good. Sonya's okay.
Now let's get up into that strong room, shall we?
Not the little cute little eyebot.
Oh, no, Sonya!
Pull yourself up, Mel. We don't need that thing anymore anyway. But you can make another robot with the haul we get from this strong room. Keep your head in the game.
Yeah, where's my little ramp that's created there? Where's the little way out? There it is. Strong room. Doesn't feel like Diamond City. This clearly isn't Diamond City. Why are they in hazmat suits?
Don't listen to her.
Why would I listen?
Mel was right. This isn't Diamond City.
So what? This doesn't change anything.
Except it does.
I see the rest of you are in the dark about this. Nice no-nos. You all just broke into Hancock's storeroom. You know, Hancock, the mayor of Good Neighbor.
Damn it, Bobby. Listen, guys, I know this isn't what you expected, but there are still a ton of caps on the line here. Help me take her out, and all of it is ours.
This is Hancock we're ripping off here. The guy tends to hold grudges.
Counteroffer. Just go back into your tunnel, and we can forget this ever happened. What do you say?
Yeah.
I'm going to see this through, Bobby.
You won't regret this.
I don't really have much love for Good Neighbor. I mean, you hired a fucking triggerman to defend your shit. Where's Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit probably had the key.
Ah, she fell over there. She didn't exactly put up much of a fight. I see the mod hasn't applied to it properly. Never seems to with Fahrenheit. I've never once had Ash make a spawn properly. Mainly because most of the time she just doesn't actually have it. For some reason.
Let me check it out first.
This is it. Although compared to a counter-offer of nothing, this is at least worth something. Why does the ghoul need purified water? Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense.
Bobby.
That's what I'm talking about. Gotta be tons of dirt on Hancock in here.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad we made it through.
That's why they'll be did it.
You get paid for it, so quit your whining. And you, I couldn't have pulled this off without your help.
No thanks to you.
I'm a supervisor, kid.
Release date for Fallout 76. It can plays. Well, we won't know anything for sure until E3, which is on June 10th. But if past Fallouts are anything to go by, somewhere in October to December would be probably be about right. It's Bethesda. Everything seems to come out in either October or November, so it wouldn't be the first time.
Bobby.
Hey, might be best if we weren't seen together for a while. Wouldn't you draw any undue attention?
No one. The world will thank me for this. Oh, she's random. No, wait, no, she is actually dead. She immediately becomes protected. The world will thank me for that. She can't scam anyone else. So I'm waiting June 10th with. I'm wary. When multiplayer is a potential attribute, that makes me wary of anything. But so far everything's pretty much just rumours and what we've seen in the teaser trailer. So, kind of not really, no one really has a clue. And anyone who says they know the exact date is lying through their teeth. Because I doubt even Bethesda has a, Bethesda will reveal the date on the, what the fuck? Why is there a cannon? But Bethesda will reveal the date, possibly, at E3. Depends how finished it is and how long they want to make everyone wait. Oh, holy crap! Why is this? Why were there so many minigun ones?
Hey there. Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
Two super mutants with miniguns. It's a very unusual sight. Oh no, it's a big radioactive crater. A bomb must have landed there. Well, Big Diggy is done, so... Might as well run somewhere. I don't know which one I'm going to. I think it's the Black Wabador. Yeah, because I got it for free. Much like I got the Hot Rod Pink Paint jobs for free this week. Check every Thursday, and you know, if you check every Friday actually to ensure time zone thing, you'll find that there's typically something different for free in the Creation Club. Eventually, do it enough and check enough, and you will eventually probably get all of the lesser items for free. You know, anything that's like a paint job, you'll probably get for free eventually. Of course, I don't bother with the Pip-Boy paint jobs because of Pip-Boy paint jobs, and I really couldn't care less. But oh. It's a hospital, I'm not going in there. They are mazes. It's the sort of one constant of a hospital is that it must be a maze. And I'm not kidding, like that in reality. I say, a few years back I had to go to one to visit my granddad who was in there for kidney problems, which are now fixed. But, ugh, the place was a maze. It was like different generations of hospital had all just sort of merged into one big maze, and not one bit of it was easy to navigate. And there was no parking either, which was another big issue with it. There was no bloody parking at the hospitals, and what little there was cost you a fortune, because rip-off prices is very much Britain in a nutshell. You know, we very much are a country that rips us off every single day. Where are you, little radar? If only I could jump. Oh, it is not a radar. It is a protectron. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. Depending on who's guarding this bridge and why. Oh, it's mine. That's fine.
Hey there.
Respect around here, you gotta earn it.
I just find it funny that these guys are so hilariously badly equipped. I mean, pipe rifle and pool cue with a blade on the end of it. And
Hey, Mags.
Your giant army helmet.
Hear them speak to know they weren't born into this life.
And you are the only one that actually has a proper rifle. Oh, those two. Yeah, they clearly don't think the same about you if that's what you get given as a weapon. I mean, that is the worst weapon I've ever seen an operator with. Or any of the Nuka World gangs. I've never seen them with something so shit before. Ah!
One of the scientists in the next system is trying to figure out how this probe can be done. Eventually, he will give up.
Yeah, the Institute's not all they're cracked out to be, are they? Bang! They're fighting my guys. For some reason, the Institute presence here doesn't go away. They respawn. Oh, fuck it. Maybe just a regular raider. You know, punch. I was wondering how bad does your weapon have to be for the Institute weapons to be better? Because the Institute weapons are always like really low grade. Like always... Like they don't come with any mods on them really. They're kind of really crappy. You know, they always come with like the shittiest mod, like no mods. Which makes them even more useless when you pair them up with a Brotherhood. Or even Raiders, I think, have a good chance of killing them.
Scanning. Accessing pre-war records.
What a strange voice for a Mr. Handy.
Infantry Regiment, 2nd Battalion. Ahoy there. 'Tis Providence, a member of the Congressional Army, is delivered to us in our hour of need.
Okay.
What? Why are you talking like that?
Like what, madam? The captain requests your presence on the bridge.
Why does it speak so weirdly? It's never really explained. Weatherby Savings and Loan. This is one of the fun little quests. I really do like this one. Help defend a checkpoint. Is it Death Claws? Gunners. I mean, this one's always Gunners, despite the fact Gunners don't really have a presence up here. Are these even hitting at this range? I'm not convinced this is even hitting. Oomph. So back to the rifle so I can actually see. I think I actually defended that checkpoint. I think my missile launch madness decided to end it. This is a fun little quest, but I have run out of time, so I'm going to save in the hold of the Constitution, which is sort of a Boston landmark. It's just not supposed to be on top of a building. Ah yes, when you... For some reason there's always a full save when you go in there with the intent to nuke it. Always a little full save. I think it's just in case you get absolute... unless you can't make it out in time. Anyway, that is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation links in the description as per usual, as is it to all past live streams. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!